It's the biggest competition of the year. We have all the action from the Essex Gun Masters 2016. Cleared for takeoff, we're at EJ Churchill's for the launch of Blaser's F-16. Mental games. We've got more from the mind master, Henry Hopking.
You're looking for things that you can use as reference points. This will all help you understand better what the targets are doing.
I'm Peter Wilson, welcome to Claysports.
You haven't got to put miles away, just good variety, slow, fast, bit of belly, bit of top. I would think about 195.
He always plays tricks on you with angles and colours on background, so it's a very technical shoot. You know?
And what makes you happy?
Winning. We always enjoy coming here. John puts on a great round of targets. This would by far and away be the biggest shoot there is in the country.
Welcome to the Essex Gun Masters. For many, it marks the start of the clay season. Its success is organic, word of mouth bringing competitors from far and wide to enjoy 200 targets over 1 or 2 days. It's inclusive, it's enjoyable, and it works. Apart from the shots wanting a good day, there are the incentives too. Some big names are throwing their support behind the Masters. Krieghoff is offering a K80 to the high gun, a Caesar Guerini to the runner-up. There's cash and game ball shells too. In total, a prize pot of more than £42,000. Promatic is another of the main sponsors, integral to this event, delivering on its promise. It is their crucial input backstage that ensures this competition flows, and it has to.
I always start everyone on stand one and it runs through like clockwork really, you know, as long as you don't get any track problems. But, you know, I use Promatic traps, so Promatic clay, so we don't normally get any problems at all, so it runs well.
With 2,000 odd entries as well, there's a couple of guys here babysitting for the week, but you know, we've got the reliable equipment to do the job and make sure it all goes smoothly as we've done before around the world really, you know.
It is the first day of the competition and many of the big names are here to set the pace. George Digweed and Richard Folds have both scored 98 on the red course. Last year's winner Mark Windsor is kicking himself, admitting some inexcusable misses.
I didn't take my opportunity on stand 1 and 2 right behind me here. I missed one on each, which it's just unforgivable. You know, they're 25-yard targets showing full face. You can't miss stuff like that. And then eventually I got myself into gear, went round there, missed one sloppy target, but at the end of the day you've got to kill them all. And then I just chucked 3 away on the last stand on the tougher stuff, as you say. But you know, he's beat you again by speed and angle. That's all it is.
As well as speed and angles, running a competition in the UK at any time of year over more than 1 day means the weather can influence the result. George knows the conditions are favourable today and would welcome a freak meteorological episode any time after he starts making tracks back to Sussex.
Plenty of years I've come and been in conditions where it's minus 12 and blowing a gale, and this year we've lucked out and long may it continue. And I really, really hope that it blows a huge gale and pours of rain from about 5 o'clock.
That's not very nice.
I think you could call it competitive instinct. It's the only thing that wasn't beaten out of me. And there's Neville J. Neville needs a mention as well, because without his input and support, every year this event wouldn't take place, and it's grown to be one of the best events, if not the best event in the calendar.
There we go.
The fact that he earns a fortune out of it, lives off it for the entire year, is irrelevant.
George, like Mark Windsor, is a Promatic ambassador and applauds the work they do all over the world, and the Masters has proved another success.
You've got a squadded environment, you know, when something has to flow one after the other. You can't have a trap fall down because it just causes clogs and queues, you know. So Promatic, you know, all credit to them. We've not had a fault out there at all, and they've all run so smoothly. And they look great. They're all brand spanking new traps. It looks really good.
The likes of George and Richard Folds have come back onto the clays from a hectic game season. So does Richard find it a difficult transition?
No. Right. No. In a word. No, I mean I didn't shoot a clay December and January, and then started again sort of beginning of February, just doing a few local shoots. So yeah, this is the first one of the big ones of the year. So it's nice to shoot with some sun on our backs. To be fair, 98 this morning. Missed a complete pair on my 10th stand, but managed to finish the rest off. So we'll see what this afternoon brings.
At the end of the first day, George leads the charge with 191. There will be more than 1,000 more competitors chasing him over the following days. According to Martin, whose family owns this lovely part of Essex, the Masters is growing at an astonishing rate.
There is, just this ongoing sort of word of mouth that has just grown and grown and grown. And where it's going to go, I don't know. Well, we got to within an inch of having to go 7th day this year.
400,000-ish shots and clays later, we find out whether the big names have held their positions through the week. Sunday is as busy as any of the other days.
Good job, it's just beginning of the season.
I've made a couple of mistakes on 2 stands. I dropped 8 birds, so...
You're told when to go out, and it runs like clockwork.
My favourite, the first stand I shot, I got a right.
I'm happy with how I shot, but yeah, should have still got at least 20 more.
On Friday, I found out that I got in the England team for the World Sporting.
Fantastic shoot again. That's all I can say, brilliant. We'll be here next year.
The way shooting's going, the atmosphere of it, the grounds are making you feel more welcomed.
The very first year I shot 150. Then the second year I shot 170. Then I shot 179 this year. So I was just happy because all my scores are increasing each year.
At the start, Martin thought 195 would win it. George reckoned 194 was suitable, but he's crowned champion with 191. Richard Folds is in second place with 190, and then Chris Daniels matches it, forcing a shoot-off.
There'll be a winner, there'll be a loser, so hopefully I'm the winner. See?
It's all friendly here, though.
Yeah, it's always is with the shooting scene, everybody's friendly. There's no enemies around here, so all's good.
Well done. Thank you, everybody.
Richard reclaims the second spot. And Cheryl Hall wins the ladies' competition with 179. Once again, the Essex Gun Masters has energised the start of the clay season. If you feel you could have done better with a bit more practice, you can get more information about Primatic traps by going to primatic.co.uk.
The Essex Masters is an event that just seems to grow and grow. Long may it continue. Blaser's F-16 was officially launched at the British Shooting Show, but the first shots were fired at EJ Churchill's.
You may have seen the razzmatazz that went with the launch of the Blaser F-16. A German-made shotgun for the sporting shooter. Well, forget the pyrotechnics. We are at a playground to find out about the Vorsprung durch techniques. This is the press launch at the EJ Churchill Playground in Buckinghamshire, where the reptiles, whose reviews you read in the shooting press, get actually to shoot.
First of all, if you look at the marketplace it's homing in on, you've got some very big well-known brands and guns, stuff like the Browning 725 and the Beretta 690, the 692, big names, well established, huge followings. All of a sudden you've got a Blaser product in that price territory. I think from the kind of competition side of things, the contemporary looks are going to be a big appeal. It looks great, it doesn't pretend to be anything other than what it is, well engineered, modern, it's bang on the money. The fit and finish looks great on it. haven't had a chance to really have a play with the competition model. Mostly shot the game gun today, and I thought it was excellent. Even though it was a right-hander, and I always use that as an excuse for my appalling shooting. The trigger pulls are so crisp. There's a Blaser feature across their rifles and their shotguns. Really nice, lively gun, but not too much. And yeah, I enjoyed it very much.
Until now, the only shotgun on Blaser's books has been the F3. Top British shot John Bidwell helped design that and has backed Blaser ever since his well-documented split from Browning.
I shot the 30-inch Sporter. I found it a little bit lighter than the F3, and I thought it really balanced, was spot on. I liked it because of the flexibility of the gun. It handled the long targets really, really well, as they always do. And also you got the flexibility to shoot those little targets which have got the speed and angle element to them. So I think, even for Vitas Sporting, it's a perfect thing for the job, and because that's what I like to shoot, the lighter type of gun, and I've always said it.
Robert Seitz of Blaser explains what this shotgun is all about.
Well, we've got a very, very dedicated clay gun. The F16, as you know, comes in two variations. It comes as a sporter as well as a game gun. But for the clay market, we have added some features that we know from the higher end sporters, which are barrel balancer system, a stock weight system, and an adjustable trigger for length.
No gun fits everyone, and gun writer Vic Harker reckons he can improve the F16.
I was putting a comb razor on the stock to raise the elevation of my eye above the rib, because the stock as it was too low, and if it's too low you can't see the target and you're not pointing the gun where you should. Too low a comb means you're shooting low, and so the comb razor is not for everybody, and don't go out and buy one if you can see what you're doing. But if you can't see what you're doing, by that I mean you're shooting low and you're not getting a good sight picture, do think about elevating your eye above the rib sufficiently to be able to do so.
So, Chrissy, were you criticising the gun?
No, not at all. Stock dimensions, you can't criticise stock dimensions. They're all different. And so obviously some are going to be better for you than others. It's something you have to check out.
So will the F16 be a hit or a miss with clay shooters? You can judge for yourself. The gun is heading for the shops at the big sporting grounds including Doveridge and EJ Churchill, and you can see it at the Northern Shooting Show on the 7th and 8th of May 2016 at the Great Yorkshire Showground in Harrogate. For more about the F16, go to blaser-sporting.com.
From hardware to hardwired, Henry Hopking has another tip to keep your mind on the job at hand.
Okay, one important tip is when you first arrive at the station, don't go straight into looking at the targets. Many people get very target focused. The first thing you should do while you're getting yourself ready, while you're getting your gun ready, your clothes ready, have a look at the background out here. It's what I call painting the picture. Get the landscape. What you're looking for is to be able to get some reference points, so when you come to see the targets, you've got an idea of, or a better idea of where those targets are going. So here we've got our tiered levels. We've got this dip up here. We've got where the grass is, the clay's here, some of the shrubs over here, different marks in the mud. You're looking for things that you can use as reference points. This will all help you understand better what the targets are doing. As I say, many people go straight in to trying to look at what the targets are doing. But paint the picture, get your landscape. It will improve how your brain understands and interprets what the target's doing. And the benefit is, when you come to call pull, your brain will be a lot quieter because you would have an agreement of what you're doing.
Thank you for watching Claysports. See you next time.